I think there's really been no inspiration as such in my life to be able to do something in terms of a career or to reach this far. Honestly, the fact was the only inspiration was at the in my ninth standard at the age of 15 was not to study and not being wanting to be bogged down by books. And as all conservative parents would say, um, bogged down by books and to study, and I really didn't want to do a BCom or a BA or have a degree with me. And no, I was not scared of exams. I just hated exams, and I was not the kind to really study as well. So at that point in time, like all conservative parents scare their children and say, if you don't study, I'll get you married. Like, yippee! I want to get married. I don't want to study. And that had become an ambition in life, that the only way out not to study is to get married. And yes, I did get married, but fortunately, when I look back today, I say fortunately. That time I said it was so unfortunate, and I cried and I cried, and I got married into a very highly educated family, and a family of doctors and gold medalists and everything. And oh my God, this was this 10th standard graduate here sitting, and and I was asked, would you like to pursue a career in tailoring or in maybe in stitching, or cooking? And I thought about it, and I said, the way I looked at both the vocations was, I said, cooking, if I cook every day, I'm going to become fat. So no, cooking is not the option. Tailoring, yes, probably, because if I know how to stitch my clothes, I can make new clothes every day, and I can look like a heroine. So that was it, and I said, okay, I'm going to take up tailoring, not realizing that the actual tailoring was a fashion design school where I would have to really study. And the first year in school was like a big party, and I hardly attended, would just sort of do what young kids do today, bunk colleges and go out for films and things. And I don't know what it was that probably inspired me in college, where the second year I took it very seriously. And from then on, when I graduated from school, I was even offered to do a doctorate in costume history. And with my fantastic love for studying, I absolutely refused it. I said, no, that's not working. So they said, come back and at least teach in college. So the first year was like going up to the door of the class and then turning back and saying, I can't do it.
Oh my God.
And I would take a book and I would read from it, to the time when I sort of got comfortable and I could take lectures. And today I lecture, 2-3 colleges in a year, where we sort of speak to at least 300 to 400 students. I was teaching at SNDT till almost last year, SNDT Juhu, then I'm teaching at Hampstead College of Fashion in Hyderabad, and INIFD, where I take regular seminars. I mean, today it's more of experience and more of the love for the subject that the vocation that I take up, that, it's easy for me to teach as well. And yeah, I mean, that's where I'm coming from. I guess it was in me, and I guess because of my need to grasp through observation and to grasp through, learning from people and learning from my surroundings, that I was able to actually put together whatever I have today. And I would say it's not something that I'm proud of as at that time as a student, but I would say to all students that it's very essential to study. And you only realize that your technical background and your experience both go hand in hand to create a good technician. It's easy to become a fashion designer or what have you, or any kind of vocation that you take, but to be special, to be that one edge over the rest of them, it's very important that you combine academic ability with your technical abilities and experience to create that one technician who can reach a particular status today. I would completely give the credit of the awareness that's been created, whether it's about my brand or whether it's about any other brand, to the media, because I think only since the time the media has actually taken over fashion as a serious business, not per se brands, but fashion in totality, that they have started bringing to life the so-called technicians in the background, that it has sort of brought in through electronic media and through print media the awareness towards technicians like myself. And having said this, I would say that that only furthered the awareness towards the launch of the flagship store that happened here, and to the launch of various other aspects that are now in the progress. For example, I've just launched the new global logo for Neeta Lulla, which is N, under which we are now working towards different brands. Like there is the Neeta Lulla couture brand, there is an accessory brand that we're working towards, which we haven't named as yet. Then there is the Nishk brand, which is Nishka Lulla's brand, and a lot more. And we're slowly progressing towards making the entire brand a kind of a corporate identity, or a branding identity. Apart from that, I would say that the journey with the media and with the awareness has not only created an identity for me through the years, but yes, has given me the opportunity to be available to a lot more clients. And the reason to open this flagship store so late in time, after having pursued a career for about 25 years, is the fact that for me this entire journey was fun. I had never sort of really put it down as a vocation. It was more about doing something because I loved to do it. And I had a family with children who were pretty small, so it was easy and it was nice for me to be working from home and to be accessible and available at that point in time. And then once the kids grew up and my daughter took up fashion and my son took up marketing and realized the potential behind the brand, that we opened the flagship store and we sort of slowly, gradually started expanding on it.